just like that, we made it right back to the studios. Only a couple days later, I think I've survived the trauma of being attacked by giant crows, and I'm ready to look forward into Universal's future. A lot of rumors and a lot of speculation happening about this park over the next couple years. Let's dive into what some of that could be and what we might be looking at. Since we're over on this side real quick, we'll just do it. The Eastern security hub that's being built still looks like they're digging in the dirt. The tractors aren't really, nothing's being used right now, but they still got that big old pile of dirt over there.
I call it cup of dirt.
Maybe we'll see something going vertical here within maybe the next couple months or so. But it looks like they've kind of ceased all significant construction here so far. Good Lord, this Raising Cane's is becoming an endeavor all in and of itself. Scaffolding's going all the way across the whole part, all the way to the
escalator there.
To the point where they got to shut down all these seats. So when this does open in 2029, it's going to be Raising Cane's of the future. This is where we have our eyes set, though. The large security and transportation hub that's going up next to the Jurassic parking structure. Every week, like I've stated time and time again, they've got more and more of this stuff done. Now they got these big boxes that look like they're going to house something for power right here in the middle of the largest portion of it. The steps, the ramp is still being built. The elevator, obviously, they're not going to put that until later. But the escalators, they now have paneling and looks like they've been concreted all along the top there. So it looks like that's actually going to be the bottom, I think, of the escalator area, and they're building up these little pillars here to bring up to the top. So I don't know, man. I don't know what this is going to look like when it's done. I just know that it's already impressive, and it's going to be even more impressive when the final product rolls out and we're able to move on to the next phase of Universal evolution, which no doubtedly is going to be the expansion into Woody Woodpecker's parking lot over there. And from there, the sky is the friggin' limit. There's a lot more going on inside the park that we're going to talk about, but for CityWalk, I mean, this is the keystone pipeline right here. This is the main thing. Now, the rest of the CityWalk, the big news is that Slice House Pizza finally opened this weekend. I heard the pizza's not bad if you've been to any of the other brick and mortar shops. It's pizza.
I'm surprised it's that floppy, but the sauce is excellent.
Although I hear the difference with this one is the prices are insanely more if you get them here on CityWalk. So, not sure if that's a priority of yours or not, but
Money.
it is what it is. We're still waiting for everything else to open that's showing any kind of change in CityWalk altogether. But I don't know, that's all that's really going on out here. Let's get into the studio and look at some real change.
By telling a real sex story.
Actually kind of busy here at 10 a.m. on a Tuesday in the off season. It's a little bit interesting coming in, seeing the security post very full. But nonetheless, that didn't stop them from getting us in within about 10 minutes.
Nice.
And the lines don't seem to be all that bad. So Universal, once again, showing why it's one of the best theme parks in the world.
Even the baby one here in Hollywood.
I mean, come on, man.
One of the growing rumors that's kind of actually gathering a little thickness is the possibility that they could be tearing down WaterWorld.
Wait, what'd you say?
Sometime in the next couple of years. There's not a whole lot of weight to it other than that map that circulated about a month or two ago. And it specified that this area here would be a new home for an attraction in, I think it said retail, food and beverage. Not sure what exactly that entails, but I will say that if they do decide to get rid of this, for one, for me, that would be tragic. And two, there's really not a whole lot of room here. There's not a whole lot of space.
Explore the space. Okay.
There's, I think, costuming and wardrobe is the building on the other side of this, and then there's Lost and Found and restrooms right over here. So I'm not exactly sure how that's going to work. I think they need to leave it. It's the only show we have left in this park, so losing it would be a little bit of a tragedy, but that's just my opinion. Not to mention, you're about to open up a roller coaster that's based on stunt work. To lose one of the world's greatest stunt shows shortly after that seems a bit odd.
It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for them.
Now, hey, look at that.
Hey, look at this.
They're opening up the whole park at 10 now, not wait till 11 to open up this side. That's kind of cool. I think before it gets too hot and too crazy, though, we need to jump on the tram tour because there's a lot to talk about involving the studio tour now. Oh, we had to be quiet, but now they're going to put us in this cage. Bigger in this building than we thought it was. It's a whole forest with birds and lizards and, oh, these lizards run. Oh, these lizards are also much bigger. They have gorillas in here too? Tom's taking on 2 gorillas. What's going on this side? Oh, we're being pulled down a hole. Oh, he caught us. Thank
That escalated quickly.
Trams through. Now the thing
Straight
is,
into earthquake.
usually these things typically pass very quickly. Okay, there's no need to panic. I repeat, there is no need to panic. Everyone panic!
Oh, it's time to panic! Ooh, got real hot in here. Oh, good. The electrical's still working, kind of. I think as long as it doesn't get mixed with any water, we should be okay. I'm sorry, what was that?
What was that last one?
Chocolate?
Oh, that's a lot of water. Possible future
1975,
spot
that was
for
50
the
years
Cycle
ago,
House,
so this
maybe?
film is, the police team is on site making
she
sure
said the water was
everything's
clear.
safe for us.
It
I
looked
believe
like
they
clear.
sent out
Wait,
Officer
is that a fin
George
back
into
there?
the water to do a demo.
What are these people doing?
Oh.
Watching like it's a show?
Join the show!
He didn't hold on to
25
your
foot
stuff.
and
He
3
was trained
tons.
for this exact moment.
He can't handle that.
Officer sensitive.
Find a place to hide.
We have a backup plan. We've attached some
Maybe
bait to
behind
that
this pier
yellow
here.
barrel. Let's
This
see if the
looks
shark
safe.
takes the bait. Oh, look.
Oh, okay. All right, well, he's lighting the whole pier on fire.
I don't know.
Oh, there he is. He's splashing everyone like a dolphin. I tell you what, we got back and the park is crowded today. It's like summer levels in those lines, 40, 50, 60 minutes for some stuff. Crazy for an off-season Tuesday. And I actually want to see those crowds for myself, so we're going to head to Hogsmeade and look at that. But in the meantime, let's talk about the Tram Tour. Possibility that we could be losing the WaterWorld set sooner rather than later. There's word now that they're going to start tearing it down soon after Halloween Horror Nights, and I think after that they're probably thinking about getting rid of the Nope set as well. Nope, I never really understood why they put that up anyway. That wasn't even Jordan Peele's best movie.
Ouch, baby.
I don't know, I always felt weird about that, so if we lose that, that's fine. And then we also could be getting some sort of expansion into Falls Lake, so they could be getting rid of that as well, which is weird because they do still weigh heavily into production here. As the tour guide states, before the ride even starts, production takes precedence over the actual tour. Now, that being said, that leads me to my next point. What is the possibility that, how do I put this? It was like 10, 15 years ago, we got this survey. If you visit the park, you got a survey, and they asked about removing the general admission tram tour and just making it a VIP experience.
You serious?
It was met with a resounding no. People love the Tram Tour. It's part of the charm of this park, and it's what sets this park and makes this park different from all the other Universal studios. But if Universal, in fact, wants to compete with its brethren around the world, it's going to have to expand somewhere. And I think eating into that Tram Tour might be where it goes, starting with that big plot of land back there where Fast and Furious used to be, and going that way. The word on the street is the Cycle House is going to get moved too.
And what is going on?
I'm not sure where, but we do know that the Cycle House wasn't always in the spot that it stands now. It was once, I think, a little bit further down the road, and there is a plot of land, and I mentioned it during the Tram Tour, there is a plot of land that's being set up next to Earthquake that could be used to house the Cycle House. Whether you get rid of the Bates Motel or not, I doubt it. You would just have to separate the two, which would be a little weird, but it is what it is. There was a lot of VIP tours going on around the tram, and there usually is, so there's always a possibility that maybe they just turn the Tram Tour into a VIP kind of a bonus experience, maybe lower the cost a little bit, so more people can do it when they come into the park. I don't know, that's just something that's been floating around in the ether. We could be getting progress on that endeavor sooner rather than later. All right, let's go check out Hogsmeade.
But you gotta spend money to make money, champ. Moving on.
Yeah, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. The proof is in the pudding. People love a good IP. If you got a solid IP like Harry Potter, it's going to be busy day in and day out. This is a random Tuesday in the middle of October, and it is freaking packed out here. These people are probably begging for a Diagon Alley or Battle of the Ministry Land or some sort of Harry Potter expansion, which, hey, we may end up getting sooner rather than later. If all that talk about the finale of the Tram Tour is true, I think for the most part, a majority of people would rather have more of this than a studio tour, unfortunately. And that's just what I hear. That's not my opinion. Don't ask me my opinion.
You bite your tongue.
And right next door, Springfield is packed too. Now this is just a throughway, so it doesn't really matter what this area of the park is themed as. There's gonna be a lot of people here. The ride, on the other hand, could be a little bit different. It's a 60-minute wait. Doesn't necessarily mean the line's long. They're just not very good at loading and unloading that ride itself. We all know that they're gonna be making the second Simpsons movie in 2027, so could the release of that movie possibly coincide with the date that this goes away? I know that that's not something that they're gonna be doing at the same time as a lot of other projects around the park because this is going to be such a large project, but who knows how long we have left here, so stroll through Springfield like it's going to be your last time. Let's get on to the lower lot now. Piggybacking off of my statement from earlier about the possibility of the Tram Tour just being an added extra paid attraction here at the park, what if, I have a theory here, what if in fact the Hillside Mystery Project was actually built out to be the new tram loading area, but because the tram is going to be extra and added, paid on, there won't be obviously as many people. They just use those VIP cars and then just have this be the new loading area for the tram.
I'll have what she's having.
And that's in fact what this was the whole time. Just a theory of mine. The extra trams weren't actually added on till much further after they started the tram tours, after they got rid of the buses. Maybe they go back to that. Just spitballing here. What if that's in fact what this really ultimately is going to be? Then technically we'll have been right, but also hoodwinked at the same time?
Hoodwinked! Bamboozle!
I honestly can't remember the last time I saw all three of these rides over 30 minutes. Jurassic is at 30, Mummy's at 55, and Transformers is at 50. So the lower lot is hopping. I'm not even going to look at what Bowser's Challenge is, because that's got to be at least 80 at this point, right? Either way, lower lot is hopping today.
You said that already!
Not really sure what I'm missing, but a lot of people have the day off of school and work apparently.
Looks good.
I always enjoy the Opti meet and greets.
Safe travels back to the Arizona.
I would seem that Universal was planning on it being busy today too. Can't take the strollers into Super Nintendo World today. That's not good. Guess that means I'm just not going into Super Nintendo World. Moving on. That's right. I wanted to hang out in my favorite land anyway. Can you call this a land?
That detective is the right question.
Jesus, this is the express line. It's going all the way past this kiosk over here that sells the ponchos normally. I actually haven't been able to utilize the Dino Play area in quite a while. Having Harley here and now finally being able to be mobile and entertain herself a little bit here. It's nice to be back. Kind of a blast from the past. Her being my last one, though, I gotta relish every single one of these days. Still got these big brown walls up in Jurassic Park Outfitters. Not sure what this is about, but I'm still there. Oh man, Bowser's Challenge is down. That's probably why these lines down here are so long. All right, all done with the lower lot. Time to head back up for the important stuff. You know, only in SoCal can you start your morning off overcast and cold and wintry, and then hours later need to turn on the cattle fans because it's just too dang hot with the sun out. Yet no super silly splash zone.
That's weird.
Fast and Furious Hollywood Drift. Looks like the big thing is now is putting up those little screens all along this wall on the outside. It doesn't look like there's much of a rhyme or reason to it. They're just kind of randomly hanging some spots and some places. They're all done over by that final inversion kind of loop area over there. If you haven't seen yet, Coaster 3D released another 3D rendering of the layout of this track and how it's going to play out as far as like the loops and inversions and the spins and stuff. And this ride looks, again, it looks like sheer chaos. It's going to be amazing, I really think. You see we got new signage up on the 101 Exchange. Very fancy font.
Oh, by the way, I was being sarcastic.
And then they're finishing up the Scream Shield over on the loop over the Starway. There's nothing really new with the building. I was hoping to see the trains when they came out. Of course, I have yet to see them since they put them up in there. So that reveal is going to be coming very soon, as they're going to be starting their testing, the test runs, very, very soon. They got to finish, I'm assuming they're going to finish up the screen shields before they get to that. So that Scream Shield over there will be finished. And then they got to start the one over here on the very end. They've already got the pillars up. They got to just kind of finish the extensions on that. And people are saying that it's not going to take as long to get that one done. So I hope they're right. But it's kind of where we're at now. Just building up that wall, getting that wall all finished. I'm assuming all of the noise suppression should be done around the same time within a matter of a couple weeks. And then we get our testing, baby.
Very exciting time.
I got a big old scaffolding up on the Silly's Funland sign. And I got a new paint job. Never did hear anything else after they were talking about the possible Minions Blast that could be coming here, but they got their hands full at the other side of the park, so maybe this comes later. Secret Life of Pets has been closed all day too, so that could also be affecting some of these ride times, as this can be pretty popular on busy days. If you hide along in the shadows, you find some shady figures. He looks majestic, though, with that cape. That's majestic.
Back to kill you later.
Oh, I look forward to it. I'll put it in my planner. I think that means it's time for us to leave. You know, I just realized we haven't seen Glenda or Alfalfa. What's her name? Alfalfa?
Missed it by that much.
We haven't, the Green Witch. We haven't seen either of them in quite a while. The second movie's coming out in like a month. What's going on with those meet and greets? Because as you can tell, I'm a huge Wicked fan.
Yeah, good one.
Thus ends the trip for this week. Horror night season is always funny because it just becomes the season of wild speculation and wild guessing and rumors and ideas and things that we can come up with that make sense for the park, but we're not sure if they hear us or not. Let's be honest, they don't. But some of this stuff would be cool if they did it, right? Anyway, time for me to go pick up the kids at school. So until we see you up on the mountain here at the studios or right back down at the farm, we will catch you all on that flippity flop.